Commonly associated with grace and delicacy, birds have built a friendly reputation in the animal kingdom. However, the reality is more intriguing, sometimes intimidating. In this list, we'll explore birds that defy expectations, from the majestic cassowary, a true feathered dinosaur, to the seemingly harmless kiwi, which holds a surprising poisonous secret. Get ready to discover the unknown, in some cases, dangerous side of these fascinating birds that it would be better not to cross their path. The cassowaries. Have you ever heard of the cassowary? Well, you better do it now. Well, it is the most dangerous bird in the world, above the eagle and the ostrich. It is native to the rainforests of Australia and New Guinea, and is distinguished from other birds in the world by being solitary, unable to fly due to its large size. It is catalogued as the second largest bird in the world, after the ostrich. Cassowaries can measure up to 2 meters tall and weigh about 70 kilograms. Can you believe it? And if it still doesn't seem incredible to you, it's even more so that they can run more than 50 kilometers per hour through dense forests and can jump up to 1.5 meters. Now, that's not all. Did you know that cassowaries are considered the dinosaurs of the modern world? Not only is it a bird related to the velociraptor, they have some kinship with them, from the speed at which they move to the mastery of hunting and their powerful claws. Without a doubt, a bird that you will best ever meet. The vampire finch is another adorable little bird that is not at all what it seems. It is for this reason that it is positioned among the most dangerous birds in the world. Its natural habitat is in some areas of South America, or it has endangered any animal that lives near it. It turns out that this little bird is quite the vampire, and not only because he has a great love for blood, but also because of the way he gets his most coveted dinner. The Poto, with its pointed beak, approaches its prey and begins to drink the blood. Scientists believe it naturally only ate fruit. However, in a time when there was a shortage of food for their species, they had to evolve, and now blood belongs to their menu. Can you believe it? Kiwi. To the residents of New Zealand, it does not seem so strange, considering that it is the national bird of that country, but the truth is that it is not very common and, at first glance, we realize its peculiarities. The size of this bird is really considerable, and its activities are nocturnal. Contrary to what we can deduce from its appearance, that is not all. It is a very territorial animal and can be aggressive. Among its other characteristics, we find its sense of smell, which is really developed and allows it to find worms and insects to feed on, regardless of whether they are inside the earth. Incredible true? Bluefooted Booby. The Bluefooted Booby, also known as the Kamene booby, is a species of bird native to the American Pacific. It lives on the coasts between Peru and the Gulf of California, as well as the Galapagos Islands, where it was one of the animals most carefully studied by Charles Darwin in his works on the evolution of species. Among its most important characteristics is the intense blue color of its legs, which according to experts comes from the carotenoid pigments provided due to its diet. These birds are incapable of synthesizing carotenoids and have to assimilate them through food. This bird is not a danger, but there is no doubt that it is one of the strangest ducks you will ever see. Puffin. Have you ever seen a bird like this? It is called the puffin, and it is a bird that comes from Arctic and subantarctic areas. It is related to penguins and is a seabird of about 30 centimeters with a curious appearance. Their wings seem too short and weak, but they are strong enough to move through the water at truly astonishing speed. And although it seems like a harmless bird, you better not get too close to it, because defending its territory and especially its young, it can be quite aggressive. Scenes have even been captured where this bird defeats seagulls without any problem. Can you believe it? so stay away if you want to keep all your fingers. Zapalote king vulture. Have you ever seen a bird like this? Yes, it is really beautiful and eye-catching. Well, I present it to you. He is called King Zamuro and, depending on the country you are in, he may have a different name. But it is native to South America, so if you live around these parts, you better be very careful if you run into it. They inhabit the lowlands of the evergreen tropical forest and prefer a hot climate with abundant rainfall in summer. It is also important to mention that they are found at altitudes less than 1,500 meters above sea level. Now, King Zamuro belongs to this list, since they are considered one of the most hostile animals on planet Earth when it comes to protecting their territory. Taking into account its strong beak, its great size and strength, and of course, its legs capable of causing damage, it is better that you never approach one of these birds in your life, not even a joke. Great Poto. Have you ever met a bird uglier than this? Known as the Great Poto, it is a bird with a truly terrifying appearance. It has brown plumage interspersed with light gray to white. Its wings are relatively long, which distinguishes it from owls, and its eyes, well, are the icing on the cake with the macabre-looking eyes that seem to observe the darkest secrets of your soul. It is for this reason that Grand Poto is related to spirits, black magic, and witchcraft. When observed, it is believed to bring misfortune with it. Have you ever seen a bird like this? Well, if everything they say is true, you better stay far away from this terrifying bird. African Marabu. If we talk about really scary birds, we cannot leave out the African Marabu, a large bird native to Africa, also known as the zombie bird. The African Marabu is a scavenger stork with hostile behavior that is characterized by having a terrifying appearance and being lovers of blood. Although they generally do not hunt for their food, they are capable of attacking animals much larger than themselves and winning the battle, thanks to their truly amazing strength. But that's not all. The Marabu are also known for their baldness. According to experts, their naked headboard is an evolutionary tactic to avoid constant blood coating and to look much more aggressive and dangerous. Did you want to meet a strange bird? Here she is, and not only that, she's also terrifying. Victoria crowned pigeon. We've all seen a pigeon in our lives, but I bet you've never seen a Victoria crowned pigeon before. This is a species of bird endemic to New Guinea, and is particularly rare. Among its characteristics is that this bird has a striking blue color combined with a wine red tone. Added to that, it has an exceptional crest or, as experts say, crown. A curious fact about these birds is that they only lay one egg, and it hatches after 30 days. Can you believe it? Considered one of the rarest birds in the world, little is known about these birds, as they are elusive and always look for a way to get as far away from humans as possible. Shoe peak. Have you ever seen an animal as curious as this? I present him to you. His name is Pico zapato and he is an expert at waiting. Yes, just as you hear it, it is a bird that has an impressive capacity for patience. It can last for hours waiting for an opportunity to arise in the water of African swamps to hunt for food. It doesn't matter if it is a fish or a baby crocodile, with its powerful beak it is capable of confronting and winning the fight, or even not giving its prey the opportunity to fight for its life. Now, this bird is not dangerous, it is quite strange, and very little is known about the customs and origins of this bird, since it is extremely difficult to observe in its natural environment, partly because it is in danger of extinction and hates being around humans. And who would blame her? Ifrita Kauldi. No matter how complicated its name is, it is a bird that you should engrave well in your mind so that you understand that you should never, and under no circumstances, approach it. Although it is a small bird, it has a powerful defense method: poison. Yes, just as you hear it. It is endemic to the humid forests of New Guinea. It measures up to 16.5 centimeters long and is enough to generate a toxin that can be dangerous for both other animals and humans, as it causes paralysis. Now, have you ever heard of a poisonous bird? Probably not. It turns out that this friend, who only eats insects, has the ability to absorb batrachydroxazine from certain types of beetles and then use it as a self-defense measure. For this reason and everything it can cause to you, if this toxin touches you, it is better that you never approach this type of bird.